It's called Nyan Cat. Huh. Hey everyone, my name's Not the Stigmatic Kid Cartoon, and I know I said in my last video that I'm gonna make all the encounters that I had with Nyan Cat. Well, here it is. And you see, with most memes, there's not very much of a big reaction that you have. Like how with Static, there's like this weird Mario sound effect, I don't even know where it's from. But with Nyan Cat, the effect that you have is indescribable. You know, I'll just let Mr. What's-His-Name explain what it's about.
So basically, children, when Sam gets attacked by a Nyan Cat, first what happens is he gets a mild shock.
Basically, I cannot move. Sorry, Mr. What's-His-Name, it's not your time to shine. Also, you should become a singer. Yeah, so, let's begin. So, I think this all began about 2 years ago, and my mom's friend and her children came to our house, and they were watching Tarzan. No, the Disney one. Yeah, it's the one. So, being the stick man that I am, I didn't want to watch it because I watched it too many times, so I was in my room watching stuff on my iPod. And this recommended video came up where it's like a skit made by Dick Noodles saying like, "Oh, Nyan Cat is taking over the world." I think that's my horoscope. And I watched it, and that's the first shock that happened to me. Yay. And apparently, it got stuck in my head, of course, and then later I forgot about that catchy tune. So, cool. But this is where things get interesting. So on January of last year, I was at this person's house, and by the way, it's not that very fun at this person's house. This person's like 16 years old, and she doesn't really much do anything. She just goes on her computer and watches Mario Galaxy Let's Plays and stuff like that. So I was on my iPod, of course, and then this Element animation popped up, so I watched it, and that's when it happened again. It got stuck in my head. But this time, it was different. When I went to sleep that night, I could not go to sleep. That's right. It was so annoying that it made me not go to sleep. It was not a very fun night for that night. And also, funny thing, apparently I went to my cousin's house for Christmas, and they have an Apple TV, so cool. But my sister, being the lovely person that she is, she plugged in the Nyan Cat song onto the Apple TV. Thank you for this traumatizing experience. Anyway, but one time in summer, I was on my iPod, of course, and my mom was away doing something that I would definitely not put in a video because my mom would definitely kill me. And I was on my iPod, and you know like how on YouTube, like on your phone when you watch YouTube, there's like a thing that you can go to click the next recommended video? Yeah. Apparently, there was an ad playing, and I accidentally clicked that while pressing the skip ad button. And what do you know? That song plays on my phone. I stop it before it even says the next half of it. And then, when I go downstairs, my body is like twitching. It was so weird. Later that day, I didn't think about it, which made me forget. So, I guess the moral of the story is that maybe Nyan Cat isn't that annoying. You know, I thought there was like a song that basically thinks that when I look into the face of my enemies, I see my brothers. I see my okay, it's over.